let's give up for our first act for today, Fantasticks.
Okay, thank you everybody. Good morning everybody. Good morning colleagues. Happy Teachers' Day to everybody. The good news is I'm only here to introduce it. I will not be singing, dancing or performing, so you are spared that, everybody. It is my esteemed colleagues and my cast who are going to perform for you. We're going to give you a sneak preview of the musical coming up in November, the Fantasticks. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the number that we're going to do. It's a very iconic song from the show called Try to Remember. It's actually the song that begins the show, and the main singer you're going to hear for this is going to be Mr. Tan Keng Sing in the middle. Mr. Tan is playing the part of El Gallo. He's a kind of suave, smooth, sophisticated, rather dangerously seductive character, so it suits Mr. Tan completely. Okay. Now, on the outside here, we have Mr. Evans and Michelle. Thank you very much, everybody. They are playing the fathers in the show. So Mr. Evans is playing a character called Bellamy, and he has become the father of Celine here, who is his daughter Louisa. Miss Bellamy is a very, very tight-fisted character, so Mr. Evans fits that perfectly. Sorry about that, Mr. Evans. Now, Michuen is playing the father of Sam here, is the character Matt. Michuen is the character Huckleby. So you've got to imagine that Michuen is not this very sort of strikingly young man, but he's an old, decrepit guy like Mr. Evans on the far end there. And I don't want to give away too much of the plot, but basically, Matt and Louisa, Sam and Celine, are desperately in love in the show. There's a lot of love, you know? Rehearsals are filled with a kind of throbbing passion. It's very hard work, but somebody's got to do it, yeah. But don't worry, you can bring your mothers to the show. It's all in very good taste, everybody. So, without much further ado, they're about to sing Try to Remember, but before I forget, we've got two very important people in the background. Mrs. Chen Yifeng is our brilliant music director. She does all the real work, I just take all the applause, you know. And then also playing the piano there is the remarkable Jonah. You probably know how good Jonah is, but if you don't, you're about to find out. So I will pass it over to Mr. Tan for Try to Remember.
Try to remember the kind of September when life was slow and oh so mellow. Try to remember the kind of September when grass was green and grain was yellow. Try to remember the kind of September when you were a tender and careful fellow. Try to remember, and do you remember, then follow. Try to remember the kind of September that no one wept except the willow. Try to remember when life was so tender that dreams were kept beside your pillow. Try to remember when life was so tender, when love was an ember about to billow. Try to remember, and do deep in December, our hearts should remember and follow. Follow, 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 follow.